Yesterday I met up with some friends, and we were talking about history, and I was making a point that history is basically his story, meaning whatever the rulers are, the people in power, they can leave out what they want and put in what they want. So history is you know basically the opinion of the ruler, and you know, it, for example, um, the conversation then led into we were talking about how everyday English words, right, are derived from Arabic words. And I was giving an example how I kind of stumbled upon this in the Quran when I was reading the Quran, how the Arabic words are or the you know are the original English language. So we are 100% influenced by Prophet Muhammad, who was an illiterate person, right? And our literature today is based on what he brought, and that's one of the miracles that no one ever even talks about. For example, everyday English words that we speak are derived directly from Quran, and I made a list of the different words that are derived, and we're gonna go through some of them right now. Okay, now the first word is uh, um, the English first English word that is derived is author, and this word is derived from a word in the Quran called Atharna, Atharna, and this word Atharna means we have made. And the author is someone who writes a book or makes known. So Atharna means we have made known. And everything that I'm going to present to you today can be verified in a website called Quran.com. And in this website, you can go to any ayat or any chapter, look on the verse, click on the word. You'll be able to find the word in the verse, right? Hear the sound, the sound that it makes, and click on the word and get the meaning of the word. And you be the judge. Is it coincidence? Or because if it's just coincidence, there's a lot of coincidence in the English language that's very familiar with the Arabic. So in chapter 18-21, there's a word artharna, and like I said, it means we have made known. And the English word that is derived from that is author. The second word that I discovered is the word gullible. The word gullible has been derived from the Arabic language, from the Quran. In chapter 18-21, you get a phrase called gullible ala amrihim. Now, the gullible ala amrihim is a phrase in the Quran that the people made. Okay, so basically, during the time of the Prophet Muhammad, the Jews came to him and they said they wanted to see if he was a real prophet or not, or a false prophet. So they came and asked him certain questions. And one of the questions that they asked him was a story that's well known in the biblical, um, in the biblical stories, and it has to do with people of the cave. So there was a people in a cave that went into the cave, right, fell asleep, and when they woke up, they were in another time. So it's like a time machine. The cave became a time machine. So one of the questions they asked him was about the people of the cave, and the people of the cave was called. All right, there was two groups. There was a group that believed that the story of the cave was true, and there was a group that didn't believe. They thought it was just false. How can the people, a time machine? How could it's a miracle? How could that happen? So they didn't believe. And the ones that believed and said this is a sign from God, because when you have somebody like a prophet or somebody who was like a sign from God, when they died, they built a worship over them. They built a mosque over them or some kind of worship over them. That was what they did. So there was two groups. They said, no, we need to give them a special grave and build a mosque over them because this was a sign from God. And those that prevailed, the gullible ala amrihim means the people that made the masjid over them. Um, so that was the term that they used, the gullible ala amrihim. So the word gullible comes from this. So those that believe that these people had they lived in like a time machine or they traveled through time, were called the gullible ala amrihim. So this is how we get the word gullible. Okay, in chapter 79-33, there's a word called lian amikum. And lian amikum means cattle. The word lion is the English word that is derived from this word. Lian, you see the word lian amikum means cattle. So you can see how lion is derived from the word. And another word that is derived from this word is animal. Animal is derived from this word. The lian amikum, anamikum, anamikum. You get that word. So there's two words. Lion and animal is derived from 79-33. Lian amikum, which means cattle. The next word is in chapter 18-8, sa'idin. Now, sa'idin means soil. Now, if you say soil, sa'idin fast, sa'idin, 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 soil, you see how you come up with soil. So, sa'idin, the word soil comes from the Quranic word, sa'idin. And in chapter 18-9, you get the word fityatun. Fityatun means youth. You get the word fitness or fit out of this word fityatun. So the word fitness, when you go and get fitness at the gym, or you want to get fit, right? You're trying to get youthful life. So fityatun means youth. In 88-1, you get the word hal. Hal means has. Hal means has. And you can see how has can come from hal. The word hal means has. Okay. Next word in chapter 88, in chapter 88-1, you get the word ataka. Ataka means to reach you or to come to you. The English meaning of ataka means to reach you or to come to you. And the word attack is the English word derived from the word attaka. In chapter 88-15, you get the word masfufa. And the word masfufa is to line up. And you can see how you get the word sofa is derived from this word masfufa. And when you're sometimes you're in the mosque and the people say line up to prayer, it's common for someone to say tasawf, and tasawf means to line up. And what a sofa is cushions lined up. That's what a sofa is, cushions lined up. Okay, in -88-18, you get the word rufiat. Rufiat. Rufiat means to raise. And the word roof, we get the English word roof, is derived from the word rufiat. And a roof is something that is raised. In chapter 89-9, you get the word jabu. Jabu is to carve out. And the word jab, the English word derived from it, is the word jab. To strike with a pointed object is the meaning of a jab. A jab is also used in boxing. When you strike an individual, a straight punch can be called a jab in boxing. And you can also carve somebody out, you know, with your boxing techniques. Okay, so the word jabu, the English meaning is to carve out. In 88-9, you get the word wad, and the word wad means valley. And there are two words that are derived from this. It could be more, but two words that I'm pointing out today is the word wide, because a valley is wide, right? And if you walk through the valley, most valleys have one in particular thing in common, and that's a stream of water where the water gathers in the middle of the valley. And if you walk through that water, you get the word wade, right? So you see how wide wade is derived from the Arabic word wide, which means valley. And the two attributes of a valley is wide, and they have a thing in it. If you walk in it, is wade. Okay, and chapter 88-11, you get the word lad. Lad, and the Arabic Quranic word lad means lands. And you can see how the connection with lands could be derived from lad. Okay. And one of the reasons why I'm going through all these words because when I mentioned this, the guy told me, "Oh, there's just a coincidence. It's just a coincidence." But there's a lot of coincidences. These are all coincidence? How can these all be coincidence? Okay. The word in 18 in chapter 89-21, you get the word ard, Eardi, ard, the Arabic word ard, right? And it means earth. And if you change the D and take out the I to TH, if you change the D to TH, you get the word earth. So you can see how Ardi is derived from earth, or earth is derived from Ardi, the Quranic word Ardi. In 18-21, you get the word Eden, and the word means then. The word can be translated to then, and or when, then or when, Eden. So you can see how you get then or when from the word Eden. So then is derived from the Arabic Quranic word Eden. In 18-21, you get the word bihem, and the word them is the meaning of bihem. Be means by, and him means them. So you can see how the word them is derived from the word him. So the English meaning is by them, by them. You say be him. Him means them, and the be means by. Okay, in chapter 94-1, you get the word nashra, and the meaning is to expand. And the English word derived from the word nashra is the word nation, and a nation is an action of an expansion. So you have family, then you have community, and then you have a city, and it expands to a nation. So the nation is the product of an expansion. So you have the word nation derived from the Arabic Quranic word nashara. Okay. In chapter 94-3, you have the word anqadar. And anqadar means to put weight upon something. Anqadar is that Quranic Arabic word that means to put weight upon something. And the English word derived from that is anchor. Anger is derived from the word Ankara, the Quranic word Ankara. Um, in chapter 94-9, you have the word Dhikr. Dhikr means to remember or to think. And the English word think is derived from the word thicker. You can see the connection there. In chapter 18-15, you get the word bisultani. Bisultani means authority. The word sultan, the English word sultan, is derived from the word bisultani. And this is the only word that gives the credit. This word, sultan, is the only word that the English language gives credit to the Arabic. In chapter 18-15, you get the word kamuna. Kamuna. Kamuna means our people. Uh, the English word derived from that is the word community. Community is derived, and I think you know the connection from that. In chapter 18-19, you get the word biwarikum. Biwarikum. Biwarikum means your coin, like a coin, like money, your coin. Um, in the Spanish word, you get the rica. Rica means um, rich, richness, or rich, right? And you also get the word rich from the word biwarikum. You can see the word rich, riki in that word. So if you change the word, the K, R-I-C-K, to R-I-C-H, you see how you get the word rich. So the word rich is derived from biwarikum. Another word that is derived from biwarikum is the word war. The word war. And war is always a fought over riches. Okay. In chapter 18-19, you get, okay, we already went over biwarikum. So in chapter 18-10, you get the word awa. Awa means to retreat. And the word away is derived from the word awa. Okay, in 18-10, you get the word atina. Atina means to grant us. Grant us, atina. And the word attain is the English word derived from the word atina. And to attain something is to be granted something. Okay, in 18-11, you get the word adada. Adada. And the word adada means number. And the word ad is derived from the word adada. Okay, in 18-15, you get the word kaburat. Kaburat. Kaburat means grave. And I haven't finished what word, leave a message if you know what English word is, familiar with kaburat, which means grave, like a grave when you die, a grave. Okay, in 18-18, you have the word fararan. Fararan means flight, like a bird flies. It means flight. Now, I don't know of a word in English that's derived from fararan, but we do know there's a car called a Ferrari, an English car called a Ferrari, right? So you can see the connection with flight and Ferrari. Okay. In chapter 83-13, you get the word asatiru. Asatiru. Asatiru means story. And this was what prompted this whole discussion, because we initially were saying history was his story. And then I was explaining how things were being left out in history, So this is what prompted the whole discussion. So, asatiru means story. And you get the word satire from the word asatiru, or you get the word story derived from the Arabic Quranic word asatiru, story. In 83-13, you get the word tutla. Tutla. Tutla means to recite. And there's an English word that means toot, like a toot, like a sound from a flute or a horn, a toot. Okay, and in chapter 83-23, you get the word yun 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 tharun, and it means to observe. Yun tharun means to observe. Like I observed, these words were connected to the English language. How I observed the Quranic Arabic was connected to the English language. Yun tharun means to observe, and the English word that is connected, that's derived, is throne. So throne, like you sit on your throne. What do you do when you sit on your throne? You're observing what's around you. You're sitting on your throne observing. So Yun Tharun was the throne. The word throne was derived from the Arabic Quranic word Yun Tharun. Next word, 83-26, is the word misk. The Arabic Quranic word is misk, and the English meaning is musk, like a scent, like a perfume, musk. English word is musk. Okay, in 83-29, you get the word yuhakun, yuhakun, which means laugh. And the English word heckle is derived from the word yunhakun, to heckle. In 83-32, you get the word dalun. Dalun means to go astray, going astray. And the English word delusional is derived from the word dalun, or to go astray. And that's all I have to say for today.